Hello, guys. Good morning. Welcome to this your advanced level. All right. So, congratulations for getting into here. As you can see, I was telling you in the evaluations that the name of the book that we are going to be using on this advanced level, the name is Passages. Is this one that you can see over here? The third edition. This is by Cambridge. That's the editorial. And here, guys, we are going to be talking about lots of different topics where we're going to have in this book some different grammars, but most of them are pretty similar to and also the same, but in a different context. Okay, because remember, we are in an advanced level already, which this means that you're supposed to see those grammars in this case on the stages in the different contexts. All right, so let's take a look on this first one. This is the lesson 8, parts of what we're going to be seeing. Give me a second. Okay, there you got it. Great. So before I start with this part, I want to show you guys this is the material that I have attached in Google Classroom. Please, if you haven't, in this case, entered to the new level in Google Classroom, please do it. Okay, I already sent the code, that is this one, on the WhatsApp group. All right, I have to switch to another account because this case I have no storage on my other account, my other Google account. So I have to create another one just to be using this other. So here we have the song of the week. It's an amazing song. It's pretty slow, but it's pretty cool. So there are two videos that I have attached that in this level I will be every week sending you, in this case, those different videos in order to develop your listening and your speaking skill. This is going to help you out with in a funny way, so you can watch these different videos. Some of them are about TV show, about movies, all right? So with the subtitles and all that. So later you will be able, if you want, to turn off the subtitles and just watch the video as it is. All right. So the first one is English phone conversation. How to have a fluent conversation with a friend. This is a very important topic. And the other one is native English vocabulary for friendship. As you know, the name of this book is Friends and Family of the Unit 1. So that's the reason why I decided. Please watch the two videos, okay? Don't forget to watch it. The other things that you can see here in the material attached is vocabulary and grammar. I have attached those two PDF. All the vocabularies from Unit 1 to 12 and the grammar, as always, they are separated. So you can, in case that you want to have it like that. And the book, in the workbook, both of them are totally complete, all right? So from Unit 1 to Unit 12. In this case, I have it different than in other levels that I was attaching units per unit. So here is totally complete. What I have is the audio. The audios, these 4 audios that you have here, there are about, in this case, the Unit 1, Lesson A and Lesson B. So when you are taking a look to the listening, please, you know that you have to select the audio over here and just start completing it. All right. Here, this last part, this is about the today's grammar that we are going to be explaining. A verse followed by gerund. As you see, this is the same grammar that we saw like in the it was in the intermediate one. I guess you remember the stative verb, those verbs that are only followed by ing, and those ones that are followed by infinitive, and also those ones that are followed by the two of them. So let's start with this part. Okay, so here we have friends and family. What kind of person are you? What kind of person are you? This unit is going to help you with adding some more vocabularies about adjectives. So you can describe when somebody tells you, how do you describe yourself? That you are able to say different adjectives that are not as always that we only used to say, well, I am a good person, I am friendly, and that's it. Those sometimes you only know those adjectives that are very basic. So I will be telling you those ones about the lesson name. All right. So first part, we're gonna open up this one over here, vocabulary, so I can go easier through that part. And here they are. Okay. So that is the lesson name, adjectives. So personality traits. The first one is calm and cool. So kind of cool is a great person that in this case is all the time, like we could say, relaxed. The other one is friendly and outgoing. All right. Friendly is that person who all the time is making new friends, and that person can strike up a conversation with another one pretty easy. Honest and sincere. So here we have the person who all the time say the truth. All right, they are not liars because they love to say the truth. Kind and generous. A kind person, all right, is the same. I am saying the two, because they are synonyms, all of them. So a kind and generous person is that kind of those people who they are all the time willing to help, and they love, in this case, to treat the people pretty good, all right? That they come to your house, they say, hey, come home, sit down. Do you want a coffee? How do you feel today? And all of that. So that is a kind person. Lay back and relax. Oof, the person that they don't care about all what is happening around them, because they are all the time in their cloud, we could say, right? Pretty relaxed, and they are so quiet also. That is part of the personality of the laid back people. The other one is neat and tidy. A neat and tidy person is a synonym of that would be an organized, all right, person. Those people that they are in their house, the bedroom, in the job, in the office, everything they love that it is clean, all right. So that is a neat and tidy. Shy and reserved, all right. Some of you at the beginning of the English immersion program, you were kind of shy because maybe you didn't know me before. So we used to be like that, right? Like pretty shy because we feel embarrassed when we're going to speak, okay? But if you still have that problem when you're speaking English, please forget about being shy. You have to be the last one that is in the vocabulary, wild and crazy. So strong and independent. Strong and independent is those kind of people that they are able to take their own decision. They don't have to ask you what can I do or all of that. So because they are pretty independent and strong. And the last one is wild and crazy. So wild and crazy, like I told you before, those people that they are like pretty friendly. They love to share with everybody, right? They are so funny. So that is wild and crazy. For you, if you want to have to improve or to do a really high up on your English level, be wild and crazy. That's the best part. Okay, so that was it. It was part of the lesson 8. And also here we have some nouns. We're going to be talking about compound family terms. I guess you remember the family tree. What is your mother, father? What does that mean? But here is, in this case, compound family. So like brother-in-law, daughter-in-law, father-in-law, mother-in-law, sister-in-law, etc. So I'm not going to say that because you're already supposed to know about the family. In case that you have problem, remember, you can go ahead to a dictionary in English, not English to Spanish, English. All right, and look out for the definition. The other one here is the additional vocabulary. This part is going to be from another video that I will be doing, okay? Because this is the lesson B. If you notice, at the end of the vocabulary of each unit, we have useful expressions that help you out with your speaking. Some things that you can use. For example, when you are describing the same traits to another person, you say, I am too. If I say, well, I am a friendly and outgoing person, you say, really? I am too. Or, I do too. It depends if I'm not using verb to be, remember. Okay? I don't either, or I'm the same way, or neither do I, so am I, or so do I. So that is in that case. Now, when you're describing different traits, you could say this part. I say I'm more. Okay? For example, if you say, well, I don't know, but all the time I love to say the truth. Okay? I'm very honest. Or if I say I'm honest, you say, well, I'm saying that I'm more honest than you. I'm not like that. Okay, so that is when somebody is describing your personality. Okay, that they say, well, but what happened with Emmanuel? Emmanuel is shy and right and calm, we could say. So he say, really? I'm not like that. Oh, really? I don't. That's some things, or that's not true for me. The other part is describing how you've changed, the change that you were doing. Like, I think that I've become more polite, okay? Oh, so that is the things. Remember, the use of more, it depends on what is the adjective. If the adjective has more than 2 syllables, remember, is that we use more. If we had less than that, remember what you have to do to add. It depends on what is the rule. I used to, but now I don't, for example, right? So in the comments of this video, I need that you tell me what is something that you used to before, but now you don't. All right? For example, me, I used to ride horses when I was a child, but now I don't, because I don't have time. So something like that, put it on the comment, please. Describing how you'd like to change. This is the change that you want to do for the future. Like, I'd like to be more. Remember, we're talking about personality, okay? Those adjectives. For example, I'd like to be more patient, for example. Although I think that I have all the patience of the world. I'm interested in, okay? So here you can say, it depends on what is the personality. I'm interested in being an honest person because I'm tired or I can't stand being a liar. That is referring to personality, okay? This one, you can use it in other different stages, the change that you want to do. And that was everything about the vocabulary of this lesson A, all right? So if you take a look to the book over here, we have a personality survey. This is part of the homework that you have for this week, okay? I am going to explain you what do you have to do right now, all right? So let's go to the objectives of the platform. Here it is, okay? So by the end of this week, you're supposed to describe personalities already, so you will be able to do that. Express likes and dislikes, so those things that you like and you don't. Describe personal changes, the personal changes that you want to do. Stage advantages, and disadvantages. This is something that we will take a look part on the lesson B. Main teaching inputs of the week. Vocabulary. This is something you have to work, guys. vocabulary of of the unit. You have to learn it. Verbs followed by gerund and infinitive. This is the grammar that we're going to be using. The noun clause after be. And also we're going to practice some speaking skills using some flashcards. I don't know if you remember when I was giving you the evaluation that I was showing you some flashcards where in this case you were able to tell or to create. Um, I speak in this case for like this. Look, those are some flashcards. They are referred to different topics, family, um, favorites. So all of these things, when we are going to have calls to develop the speaking skills, where you have to, in this case, complete those flashcards at at the time. I'm going to give you 1 or 2 minutes so you can think about it. All right. So, oh wait. All right. Now yeah. So, um, in part of the homework, we are going to, as I told you, learn the vocabulary of Unit 1, complete some exercises that I'm going to attach today on Google Classroom, complete the workbook, Unit 1, and you have an interview. You have to interview a familiar using the survey on page number 2. This survey that you see here, guys. You're going to ask this to one of maybe a partner or from your family. It's okay if it's in Spanish, if the person doesn't speak English, of course. But if you find out a person who can speak English, you can please, in this case, do this survey. All right. So you don't have to create a video for this. All right. It's just ask those questions that are there, the survey, and then complete it. Okay. Don't do it by yourself, please. All right. Don't do it by yourself. Take the willingness to do it to another person. So I'll be watching you. All right. So also, I need you to complete this survey, even though I think I'm going to be talking about it in the call that we're going to have. This one, yes, this one you have to do it. You're going to put it in number, like they say. How would you describe yourself? Okay, in order from 1, all right, until it ends, until 9, you will be putting your different personalities. And here we have the grammar. Okay, something that I love of this book is that it's pretty detailed, right? And as you see, we have vocabulary and speaking together, and also after that we have the grammar. The listening is the last thing that is supposed to be all the time in a book, because look at here, the listening, in order for you to complete it, you need to know, of course, to have the knowledge of what that unit is giving you, like the vocabulary and the grammar. That is something very important in order for you to do the part of the listening. So let's start out. Here, this is pretty simple. This is just a list of verbs that they can be followed by gerund. Okay, so you use the gerund form after all of these verbs. Maybe you will say that it's difficult, but you don't have to learn it by head. Okay, you learn it in the way that you continue, in this case, practicing your speaking. So you will be identifying what are those verbs that can be followed by, in this case, by the gerund. But from now, I'm going to give you the 50%. 50% of this is all of the verbs, guys, all of the verbs that are that they have a preposition after the verb. Like for example, over here, insist on. This is a preposition. Feel, I always feel like, into, I'm into going out. All right, so I'm into. So all of the things that you see that they have a preposition like up, some of them, all of those can be used. So you can use it with ing. In this case, the gerund. So as they say, use the gerund form after this verb. Enjoy. I enjoy going to parties where I don't know everyone. I avoid expressing my feelings and ideas in public. When you try to say this verb using the infinitive, you feel that they don't make sense at all. For example, with enjoy, if I say, I enjoy to go to parties, so it's pretty long. All right, so and it's like it's not fluent, it's difficult to pronounce. So immediately you identify that this verb is followed by ing. Okay? I avoid expressing my feelings and ideas in public. And look at the difference. I avoid to express my feelings. So actually they don't make sense if you say it like that. I don't mind giving up my time to giving up my time to help other people. Also, use the gerund or infinitive here. In this case, we can use both of them after this verb. For example, I can't stand. This is the first one. Can't stand. Or love or hate or like. All of those can be followed by the two of them. I can stand being, or I can stand to be in a messy room. I love taking, or I love to take my friends to school, new clubs. Okay? And the last one, I hate getting up, or I hate to get up for early morning classes. Do you hate? Do you hate that? So the last part is what I told you. Those verbs that are followed with a preposition or that they contains a preposition that are followed by the gerund. Like I insist on making my own decisions. I always feel like going dancing. You going dancing, right? So I'm into going out to new foreign restaurants. Okay, so as you see, the prepositions are there. A phrase, one of them that I used to tell you, for example, that is a phrasal verb, that is keep it up. Do you remember that? Keep it up, okay, which is being keep up, but it's a separated phrasal verb. So that one, okay, you have to use the ing, not the infinitive, all right? So it's not the same if I say, hey, keep it up doing it, okay? Or keep it up working. That if I say keep it up to do or keep it up to work, it doesn't make sense at all, okay? So that one is with the ing. So, like I told you that in the material I attached, this is a list of verbs for some common verbs that we use that they are followed by gerund. These verbs is not that you are going to learn it like right away because it's obviously that is going to be very very difficult, okay, but it depends of your storage of vocabulary, of your knowledge of words. You in this case will be using them, all right, and you have to learn it. For example, we have advice that it says doctors generally advise doing exercise. Allow, the European Union doesn't allow smoking in bars. You see a lot of this one in the as a direction or an order. I guess that you remember the imperative. I say you are not or not allowed Speaking Spanish is not allowed in the class. Okay, so this is what it's for. These verbs can be followed. Look, this is the list by the gerund. Let's see something. Okay, so here we have some exercises where some pair works. If you have if you are able to call one of your friends and do it in pairs of two, please do it. Like, how do you feel about these things? Discuss your answers using verbs or expressions followed by gerund and infinitive. I'm going to give you the example. Tell people that I'm angry with them. For example, I usually avoid telling people that I'm angry with them. I guess I'm just afraid of making them angry at me. So this is the example that you can take. You have to use this and create a sentence similar to this one that we have here below. Okay. This is part of the speaking. This will be for the call, okay, that we have pretty soon in order to discuss about it. The listening, guys, you know already that it is in the material, so please don't forget to do it. This is a part of the writing. And in this part, guys, you are going to be doing different essays. These essays will be, in this case, done by opinions that you will be, and also analyzing some videos that I'm going to attach. They are like about podcasts. It is a podcast video where you have to do that, right? You have to give your own opinion about what they are saying. So for the next week is that we are going to start doing this. So that was everything regarding this part of the lesson A. Now, there is something that I have to share with you guys. You know, the MESID sent us some information regarding this level due to the issue that the English immersion program we are supposed to finish on November 20, okay, on November 20. So they told us that it is up to the teacher if we want to continue with the passages book, with this book that I was explaining you right now. Because, as you know, it's 12 units. We don't have a lot of time in this case, or the enough time to do this book. So what they were telling us that, you know, because of this situation of the COVID-19, that if it's possible, we can give a review of the Whirling 3. I mean, the level that we were before. That please do that, okay? If we want, we can switch. So that is something that I'm going to do. I will be doing some reviews about certain topics from the, in this case, Whirling 3. And we are also going to be working with some important parts about this book. If you want to continue later, for example, by yourself when this course finish, you can do it, okay? Take a look to the passage. You have the PDF completed already, so you just can take a look at that and watch videos. Anyways, all the things that you're able to. So I'm telling you from now, we are not able, we don't have all the time to complete this book, okay? Because we were having, you know, on the situations of the COVID-19. What I ask you now, guys, is please, if there are some topics that you didn't understand pretty well from the last level, from Whirling 3, please make a note on your notebook, okay, and put it in, like in a list, all those things that you were having issues, and send it to me, okay? So that is something that I need. So in this case, I will be able to identify what are those things that you have more problems, and we can give a review. All right. So let's see. So in this case, that is, guys, everything for today. If you have any information that you would like to give me or a question that you have to ask, don't hesitate in telling me, all right? Remember, you have my WhatsApp. Please have a great day. Enjoy the rest of the day and bon appetit. See you the next time. Abul.